Mount Katolanat, the big mountain we can see from Brooks Camp in front of us, and we'll be basically moving along. The road will follow kind of this river valley, Margot Creek, around Mount Katolanat to get out to the valley. And in 1912, one of the villages that people would have been living in was a little bit further up out of view on the Savinoski River, and it was called Savinoski Village. So there were people living there. There were a couple other villages on the coast. The people at that time were still living a fairly traditional way of life. So they were living mainly off the land. We come out here today and we enjoy this area, we recreate here and have fun, but most of us don't need this area to survive. But these were people, and it's really not our home, but these were people's homes, the animals and the that drained the magma chamber under Mount Katmai. And if you have a big heavy mountain with nothing under it, the mountaintop is going to collapse, which is what happened. So that formed a big caldera, which is now full of water. It's a pretty cool looking thing. Nova Erupta sent out all this pyroclastic flow, which is hard to kind of understand, but essentially it's a bunch of volcanic foam. So it's not lava, it's not ash, it's not really either between those things, it's something in itself. That's what we're looking at, and it buried this river valley over and over, in some places up to 800-900 feet in this volcanic material. All the water that was on the valley floor at the time, streams, ponds, little lakes, would have been boiled because this stuff is 2,000, this volcanic material was 2,000 degrees. So that turned into, the water turned into steam, the steam rose up to the surface, and when Robert Hertz came over Katmai Pass up to the other side of the valley in 1916, he saw thousands of these steam vents rising off the valley floor, some of them hundreds of feet high. And that's why we call it the Valley of 10,000 Smokes. As this stuff started to cool off, it couldn't boil the water anymore, so the fumaroles started to die. And even by the 1920s, the fumaroles had started to disappear in large numbers. By the 1940s, there were only a handful. And in the 1990s, the last one on Big Mountain, PMC, died as well. So there are no active fumaroles on the valley floor. If you hike out to the Nova Erupta vent, there's still some steam coming right off of the volcanic plug. But for the most, but otherwise, the Valley of 10,000 Smokes is what we see, which is a big pile. I just wanted to kind of orient everybody to that. We can't see Nova Erupta because it's so brown, thunder straight, direction. You can almost see where Mount Katmai started in 1912. Peaks in the middle. Further behind that, there's a very slight going. I just wanted to orient everybody where we were and what happened.
Na ez micsoda? National Park. This is the volcanic ash. Actually this one is sand, but on the side you can see that the volcanic ash, how high is it? Beautiful. Komolyan kavarog itt. Úristen, ott vagy ilyen.